In this lecture, I'm going to show you how we can read in Excel files using the Pandas package, and I've already imported Pandas as PD. The Excel file that I want to work with is the boston1.xls file, which is present in my present working directory, and it is advisable that you store your Excel files in your given working directories as well. Now, the one distinct advantage that Excel files offer us over CSV and other flat format files is that we can have more than one sheet in a given XLS file. In this case, in our boston1.xls file, which is the data relating to Boston house prices in the US, we just have one sheet, but there's always the scope of having more than one sheet in a given Excel file. And now let us just see how we are going to read in this Excel file and display the data. I have created a variable called file, and in that I have provided the file name boston1xls along with the complete path. So my file is stored in a given directory, which also happens to be my working directory and which is stored on my F drive. So it is F drive /python ml /course 6 and so on, all the way to Boston XLS. This is enclosed within double quotes, and obviously for your own operating systems and computers, you will have to work out that which schema of slashes works for you. And one way of doing it is to import OS and then put in os.getCwd the way I did. So the function .getCwd comes from the package OS, and that tells us which working directory we are in, and that also shows the kind of slashes that are being used. And I used the same in my file variable, and the only difference being that I even put in the name of the XLS file. And in order to load the spreadsheet, I called in the Excel file function in the next line. So I declared variable x1 pd.excel file with the pd alluding to pandas will load the spreadsheet. x1.sheet underscore names, that has printed out the names of the sheets. Since I just have one sheet, it has printed out sheet 1. Now in order to load the bespoke sheet into a data frame, I declared a variable called df1 x1.pass, and remember x1 is the variable storing the Excel file, and I pass in sheet 1, and the data of sheet 1 has been read into df1, the variable df1, and we can even see the head, .head, and that shows us the first couple of records. Now let me even try to have sheet 2, and let us see what happens then. I've copied in some data from sheet 1 into sheet 2. And now let me rerun the code. There, now because I have sheet 1 and sheet 2, the sheet names have been printed out as sheet 1 and sheet 2, and now I can load in either sheet 1 into my data frame or sheet 2 using the .pass function, and you can do the same with your own Excel files.